One more knee will do it. The Philadelphia Eagles are going back to the Super Bowl.
Oh, baby. You didn't think we were going to be here, huh? No, we're here. We're live in Philadelphia. 94 WIP here on the Morning Roast. Good morning to everybody out there getting ready for work. Everybody back in the Bay Area. Graveyard shift workers, longshoremen, plumbers, electricians, ushers, you name it. It wasn't our day yesterday as the Niners get clobbered by the Eagles, 31-7. We know what happened to Brock Purdy. We know what happened to the non-challenge. We know what happened at the end with Trent Williams. But let's start here, Shasky. As I say, good morning to you. Good morning to Joe Spadoni. Yeah. Good morning to Sam Lutman. We're out here in Philadelphia live, and we've got our Niners gear on. And I got to say, these little fake gangsters out here in Philadelphia, I can't stand them. It is by far the worst fan base in the world. Not even close. Hands down, the smugness around this studio.
Unbelievable.
Here at 2400 Market Street in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And all these little losers out here, fans, fake gangsters. Philadelphia is now number one on my hit list. They're number one. They've catapulted the Seahawks. They've catapulted the Cowboys. They've catapulted the Raiders, the Rams, you name it, the Packers. The Philadelphia Eagles are public enemy number one for the rest of my life.
All right, let's put that to the side because we're going to talk about that for the next 25 years of my radio broadcasting career. I will never forget some of the vile, heinous, low-life stuff that I saw yesterday. The game itself. Look, man, that one hurt. That one hurt, B. That one really, 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 really hurt. I mean, sixth play of the game, Brock Purdy goes down. Are you kidding me? Might have a UCL injury. Who knows what ends up happening? This is why when everyone loses their mind about who's QB1 in August, who's going to be quarterback in the second half of the NFC Championship game? Like,
Josh Johnson?
Two things I'm feeling simultaneously. I feel tremendous pride for my team. And I'm not trying to be some loser. Like, this team fought tooth and nail and won, 12, 13 straight games to get to this point. I know the second half guys were frustrated. We'll get to all of that. Damn it, man. We didn't even have our best punch, and we end up going down. It hurts to go down that way. And credit the Eagles. I think they were dominating the trench. Mm-hmm. They were dominating the line of scrimmage on both sides.
D-line, O-line was really good.
I didn't see a whole lot from their offense that really, blew me away.
It wasn't reminiscent of Bill Walsh.
They were the better team.
They were the better team
There's
yesterday.
no denying it. And I'm not trying to sit here and give moral victories. I am proud of my Niner fans and the loyal fan base that traveled out there. It breaks my soul that we had to go down this way.
No doubt.
The way it went down doesn't sit well with me.
No, it doesn't. And let's start from the gate here. We go to Philadelphia. Lincoln Financial Field was on fire yesterday to start the game. And the Eagles get the first drive of the game, which I loved having our defense on the field.
You wanted that.
I wanted that. Decline, defer to the second half, get the ball in after the halftime, and play defense first. And the Philadelphia Eagles go down the field. Nice little third down conversion to A.J. Brown for 16 yards. Nice little throw. It was a better catch. It was a terrible throw by Jalen Hurts, who didn't look
He looked shaky.
Explosive. They had to go to the running game, which we'll get to in a second. But the 4th and 3, which all started everything. 4th and 3, Devontae Smith. And I looked at you, Shasky. I said, man, Devontae is like trying to hurry up on the ball. Let's challenge.
You said it right away.
Right away. And they didn't show any replays in Philadelphia.
No.
Nothing until after the play. Shanahan has got to challenge that because you shut them down. It's 0-0. You get the ball at around the 35, 40-yard line. You got great field position. Who the heck knows what happened? Well, it wasn't the game, but it was a pivotal point early in that football game.
And here's what I would say. Like, I don't know, you only get 2 challenges in a game. And, okay, so you lose a timeout in the first half.
You didn't use them anyway.
Exactly. And the other thing that I would say is, like, given it was a 4th down and you were going to get the ball at the 45, 50-yard line, it was worth it. Even if you lose that challenge, you can regroup as a team because you get that timeout. You have an opportunity. Like, all right, guys, we need to settle in. Niners look gassed from the get-go.
Right.
From the get-go, they look like a team that played that extra wild card game. Like,
right.
We talked about the bye. I told you about it. I said, I fear that they're going to run out of gas. Mm-hmm. And that play ended up looming large. I don't think that was the game.
It wasn't the game.
It was not the game.
You get the ball 1st and 10 at your own 35-yard line. You have very good field position. That crowd quiets down just a little bit. So then we get to the next possession, the Niners' first possession of the game.
And he hits Ayuk early.
They get it. They get it first down. Ayuk, a nice little out route outside the numbers, 10 yards, boom. First down, you're cooking. Yeah, 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Debo runs for 4 yards. You're at midfield. You look like, okay, we're about to answer the Philadelphia Eagles. Brock Purdy then drops back to pass.
And you and I go, he's got Ayuk.
He's got Ayuk. Where our seats were,
yes.
we saw Ayuk break open out Bradbury. That was going to be a massive play. A big play. Ayuk ran an unbelievable route. However, Tyler Kroft, tight end out there as Hassan Reddick lines out so wide.
He was dominant yesterday.
Forces a fumble. Now, I didn't know if that was a fumble or not. I thought it was a 50-50 call. But again, Joe, I whispered to you, we're not getting any 50-50 calls today.
No, we're not getting any of them.
Nothing.
So like my read on that, we only saw it a handful of times because the Wi-Fi was not working in the stadium at all. We saw it up on the replay. If the call on the field was an incomplete pass, I thought it was so 50-50. Whatever the call on the field was, should have stood.
Should have stood. And it was an incomplete pass.
I don't see how you overturn that. Because it looked, to me, it was the definition of 50-50.
Yep.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yep.
Maybe some rules expert can explain it to me. It looked like the ball was in the arm as the arm was just ever slightly going forward. Well, had they ruled it on the field, a fumble, I'm rolling with that.
Well, the fumble wasn't even the worst thing on the play. Because Brock Purdy goes to the tent.
Oh, my God.
And we watched him walk into the medical tent. And you're like, that's got to be a shoulder. Got to be a shoulder. And then next thing you know, wait, it's the elbow. And he's trying to throw past it to the sideline.
I saw him
zip.
He was trying to, squeeze his fist. Yep. We were right there near the 49er blue. By the way, 7,000 49ers hit the blue tent yesterday.
No doubt.
They got their butt whooped in terms of the physicality. Like that. Let the record show. Every other guy was in the blue tent.
No doubt.
Purdy starts squeezing his hand as you like you would like a pressure ball, one of those stress balls. And I said, B, something's wrong.
Something
is really wrong with him.
Something wrong. But the defense was able to hold the Eagles out of the end zone. It's 7-0.
I know.
It was a big-time stop. And at the end of the first quarter, we're all thinking, how's this only a 7-0 game? How? The Niners had weathered the storm in the first quarter. Everything. Fred Warner goes down. Fred Warner Jr. hit the tent.
Yeah.
Spencer Burford hit the tent. I mean, Brock Purdy hit the tent.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, wow, bodies are flying. Bosa gets hurt on the sideline.
I saw it. I think Bosa just got whiplashed by one of the players.
It was unbelievable.
On a special teams play.
But on that Brock Purdy play, which is why you can't jump ahead to August and why the Morning Roast continues to say take it game by game, day by day. You don't know what can happen in this league. You really don't. So that's why I wouldn't sell any Trey Lance stock. There's going to be a wide open quarterback competition in August. Why? Because the 49ers believe that Brock Purdy injured his ulnar collateral ligament during yesterday's NFC Championship game. And he will undergo an MRI later today. Good. The hope is that it's not ruptured and it will require only a 6-week recovery. But we'll see. If it's torn, he could be out for the year.
Well, anywhere from 5 months to 9-10 months, like depending on it. B, when we went back to the hotel, I said to you, if it's UCL, the way he said it went all the way down to my wrist, what was the first thing I said? That's a pitcher injury.
Yep.
And I know football's different. You're going to get a lot of, football's not as bad as the Tommy John. Mm-hmm. You throw the football with your right arm, your elbow. Montana was out for 2 years with the elbow. Now the science is so much better now.
Right. So it may just be a year.
But Bonte, that's a devastating injury.
It's a devastating injury.
And then you said to me, Josh Johnson is in the game?
How many times did I say it in the second quarter?
Josh Johnson?
Every break of the action. A trip to Glendale depends on a right arm of Josh Johnson.
God bless
and we
him.
went through his entire career.
I couldn't believe it.
That was his fourth stint with the 49ers.
Fourth.
The guy's played for the Los Angeles. He's played with the Los Angeles Wildcats. He's played the AFF or whatever. Remember that league that lasted a year?
I know.
I mean, this guy's been everywhere. And your hopes came down to Josh Johnson, who, by the way, led a touchdown drive. Christian McCaffrey with a great run. By the way, Christian McCaffrey, one of the great trades in NFL history during the in-season trades. He's a beast. I don't ever want to hear anything about running backs don't matter.
He is a Hall of Fame talent. Can we just call it what it is?
Yes.
On a field full of gladiators, he ran through 6 guys. I counted. How many times did we watch that highlight back last night?
Unbelievable
I watched that highlight at least 6 times in a row. He ran through 6 different guys on that one play. And boy, did this team need a jolt. And right then and there, stadium went dead silent. The lemon booty was looming large.
And then everything went to hell.
They get the ball back. It's 7-7. Philly gets the ball back. They march down. They score a touchdown. And on that drive, Bonte, I feel like the Niners got 15 stops on that drive.
Man, so the Eagles end up going 14 plays, 75 yards, and they ate up 6 minutes and 53 seconds. The Jimmy Ward play, to me, changed the entire tenor of the football game. It's third down to 7. And Jalen Hurts looks for A.J. Brown on a quick slant. And Jimmy Ward almost picks it off. He drops an interception.
A.J. Brown engages both hands with him, and he's the one who initiates contact.
So not only
right
that,
in front of us.
But not only that, if you're going to look at the play, all the contact happened within the 5-yard box to where you could be physical.
It's the NFC Championship
It's
game.
the NFC Championship game.
These are the two most physical teams in football.
And A.J. Brown's engaging, and they call pass interference. They call defensive pass interference.
On a third down stop.
On the third down stop. That would have got the Niners off the field.
Yep.
It would have gave them about 5 minutes and 8 seconds left to work with.
Mm-hmm.
And even if the Niners don't score on that next possession, you at least eat up about 3 minutes of clock, and maybe you could flip the field position.
That's the
and
thing.
you guarantee yourself that, hey, we're either going to be tied at the half or down by one possession, and Philadelphia gets the ball back and score.
Absolutely.
That 3rd and 7 pass interference was hot garbage, and it changed the entire complexion of the football game. Was it the single play? No, the Niners got to get stops. They became undisciplined.
It was a microcosm of the rest of the game, though, B, because it felt like to me we didn't get one whistle, which, look, we got beat in the trenches. I'm not here to say we lost because of penalties.
No, they got dominated in the trenches.
We could have used a penalty here and there to be picked up on third down. How many stops? The Charvarius Ward play down the field later on in the game. Right. He bats the ball down, and Jordan Mason gets thrown into the kicker.
And they call roughing the kicker.
I mean, we got to stop there.
But look at on this drive, though, Shasky. Next thing you know, you got illegal use of the hands, McGill. A lot of people say he grabbed the face mask.
I mean, come on, man.
Whatever. Later on that drive, Charvarius Ward was called for illegal contact on Dallas Goedert. And they showed the replay, and Philadelphia fans, despite how illogical they are, despite how arrogant they are, despite how stupid they are, even they said, wow, that was a gift.
Everybody admitted that was a ticky-tacky call. Everyone in the stadium.
It was 2nd and 9. It would have forced a 3rd and 9. Instead, the Eagles get a 1st and 10. And by that time, the defense was gassed. But then, all right, 14-7, Josh Johnson.
What'd you say to me?
I said,
they get the ball back.
I said, do not turn the ball over. Do not turn the ball over.
And they get a nice little play, a Debo play, where he almost breaks it.
He almost breaks it.
And there's no one down there.
Almost
Debo
breaks
played his heart out.
Played his heart out. You almost break it. And the next play, Josh Johnson fumbles a snap. And what did I do when he fumbled that snap? I sat right down in my seat, looked at the ground for about a good minute, knowing that the game was over.
It was right then and there. It felt like, damn, they just stuck the knife right into the heart of Dracula, right?
And then the second half was just embarrassing because you had a quarterback, Josh Johnson, who was getting lit up.
They couldn't even get plays in on time.
They couldn't get plays in.
He's looking at his arm
delayed games, like three to 4.
He didn't even. And I'm not even here to blame Josh.
It's not Josh Johnson. He's the 4th quarterback who's playing in the NFC Championship game.
And that's why today I don't want to hear anybody talk about Shanahan. Oh, Shanahan. The fact they got this far is a testament to Shanahan.
Right.
I'm proud of this team. I know they fell short. I'm not here to make up excuses. It's the pros. You got to win it all. I get all those people that come from that angle. Don't come at me with Kyle Shanahan was the reason they lost. No, Kyle Shanahan's the reason they got here.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He should be the coach of the year despite all the injuries there. Josh Johnson, look, poor guy, getting put in that position. I'm not blaming him. What is he supposed to do?
He's looking at the armband. He had no idea what plays are coming.
What was going on.
He's going 7 seconds. 7 seconds. Let's go.
Dude, come on. And it happened almost every single play.
The ball that he drops, okay, it's right in front of us. And I'm like, jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. He tried to pick it back up. And I said, you got to be kidding. He never looked it into his hands. He was looking up because he was so worried about the pass rush. Look, our interior O-line got pushed around.
Yes.
The right tackle has been a problem for a long time.
Yep.
Now, he is not the reason guys get hurt. I don't want to hear this like football's violent. That's how guys. But their offensive line got worked in this game.
They got worked.
That's, to me, where this game was won and lost. Regardless of who was at quarterback, I think it was going to be an uphill battle no matter what. That being said, it just stings that we didn't go down with our best shot.
No doubt. By the way, shout out to everybody on YouTube, Twitch, and Xfinity mobile text line. Shout out to you guys, man. We're going to be humming all morning long, breaking this game down. Niners lose 31-7 as they lose their 2nd straight NFC championship. It hurts because, like Shasky said, you didn't go down with your best shot. Brock Purdy gets hurt. You go with Josh Johnson, and then Brock Purdy comes back in, and he can't throw more than 5 yards.
I'm watching him throw passes on the sideline, and I said to B, he can barely throw a 5-yard pass.
They basically ran the ball the entire second half.
And am I insane? And I'm not losing my mind on Shanahan. I kept saying to you, what did I say? Put Juszczyk in. Put Juszczyk in a quarterback. If you literally can't throw, like you have nothing to lose. I'm not. Look, it's not the reason. They were going to lose that game no matter what. I'm not trying to lose my mind. Come on, man. You have nothing to lose. I feel so bad. And the players were so frustrated. I know everybody, Trent Williams, he's a piece of garbage. Man, these guys were so pissed off because of the circumstances.
Well, the play before Josh Johnson fumbled a pass, he threw one to Deebo Samuel across his body. And if he would have just gone through the progressions, George Kittle was wide open in the flat. he would have gone for at least 40.
At least.
I'm dead serious.
Kittle
at least. And George Kittle bent over and said,
know.
my God, this is embarrassing. So
I
we'll
know.
play some Kittle sound. We'll hear what he said.
I feel
Maybe we'll
for
come
these
back
guys,
with
man.
it. Oh, it's
the
tough.
NFL, we just saw Hugh Douglas.
Right.
All right? This man gave his body to the NFL. You know how thin the margins are in the NFL?
No doubt.
And they made it all this way with a third quarterback. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses, but I'm saying, like, once Josh Johnson came in the game, it almost felt impossible.
No doubt. No doubt. This segment is brought to you by Go to State Lumber, serving the Bay Area for 3 generations. When you succeed, we succeed. Visit GoToStateLumber.com. Look, we're going to do a lot here. We're going to take a lot of calls today. We're going to get your opinion on this football game. I see the lines lit up. Andy, Mole, Duke, Nick. We're going to get to you all. Full phone lines, 888-957-9570. I'll pull up the Xfinity mobile text line during the break. We'll get to everybody on there, read some of your texts. What did the Niners in? Just wasn't their day. The defensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles, Shasky, early Super Bowl prognosis for me is that they may blow the Kansas City Chiefs out. That defensive line is for real.
You want my prognosis?
It is insane.
Eagle fans are the biggest scumbag lowlifes I've ever met in my entire life.
They're fake gangsters. They're thugs. What they did yesterday, they were thuggish.
If that was our beautifully colored crowd, okay, where we've got white, Latino, Asian, black, we would have been considered gangsters for what they did to us yesterday.
The balls of these people to get in our faces and call us things. It's not only just the guys. It's the women. The women may be worse.
You put out a video yesterday because we had videos. I had to put the phone in my pocket because we literally had our head on a swivel. Things were being thrown, dumped, poured. It was disgusting. And I'm being real. Our fan base showed so much pride.
Yes.
I am so proud of Niner fans. I don't want to hear a damn thing about Niner fans not being hardcore, diehard, real good, loyal, classy fans.
No, you know, a couple of these people were talking, and I would turn around, and they'd be like, hey, man, it's just a game. It's just a game. So you're a little punk. You want to call people the P word, and you want to call them the F word.
I got spit on. We were going to the bathroom. You like jumped in front of me. Guy elbows me, and he just spits on me. I'm like, you got to be. I looked at him like, come on, man.
Dude, it was embarrassing. And these little people around here, WIP, talking their trash. 94 WIP, little smug. Well, that's just how it is out here. They're the lowest of the lows. They're the lowest. You suck. Shut up. Get the hell out of here. The Red and Gold Reaction is brought to you by San Francisco Sheriff's Office. Your future begins here. Visit sfsheriff.com and apply today. People were asking for it around here. Like, seriously. It was personal. People call it Shasky. How many people
mob mentality?
watch this about mob mentality? But they're fake. They're thugs.
I know.
All these little people. One guy, what did he say
and
to me?
shame on the radio hosts for playing into it.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
For their national broadcast. Because if this was my community, I would legitimately be embarrassed for my community.
And by the way, before we break, when the hell did Joe Fortenbaugh get tough?
I mean,
all of a sudden, when did Joe Fortenbaugh grow a sack?
I'm not breathing oxygen into that irrelevant person.
When did he grow a sack? I mean, all of a sudden, he's on Daily Wager wearing all types of makeup, and all of a sudden, he's telling you on Twitter, hey, I see you're being nice because you don't want to get beat up. And who the hell is Joey Fortenbaugh to be acting tough? We know who you are, Joey. We worked with you, Joey. You're not that guy, pal.
I didn't even go online. I said, you know what, B? I got to call this guy right now. Like, do we go online or do we I called him right on the spot.
You called him right on the spot.
Oh, right on the spot. He knows how I feel about him.
I went online. Since you want to be an internet tough guy, try to get clicks because I get his traction ain't that hot on the timeline right now. People are forgotten about him. So he wanted a little attention. And we gave him a little attention.
Yeah, I'm done breathing oxygen into that.